What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. To the scene of the crime we go. To the scene of the crime we go. Last year's crazy foul, in which Brunson was pretty much got hit with a phantom foul. Last year, the Knicks lost. Today, we got hit with all the fouls, and we lost. So we can't win one in Houston. We lose tonight, 109-97. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight. Listen, this was Gravity. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rock with LV Live tonight. This was a very, 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 very frustrating game. Namrit, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for them boys, 109-97. This is one of those games where it's an ugly game. And you're just sitting there watching, and you're just like, yo, is there going to be any fouls called? You guys got to understand, like, when you're playing a game, like, you're trying to go with the flow of the game. But it's very, very hard when the officiating is just so one-sided and just insane. Like, it was just really, really, really bad tonight. And yes, the Knicks did not help themselves, right? We shot 38% from the field. They outscored our bench 30-3. Like, I get it. I know. We're going to touch on that shortly. But I had to lead with that. I had to. Because as I'm watching the game and I'm sitting back and I'm saying, okay, the Knicks are trying to get their rhythm. They can't get their rhythm. Because every time they go into the rack, their jersey's getting pulled. They're getting grabbed. They're getting slapped. And if Towns bumps somebody a little bit, he's getting a foul. Like, so what happens is you try to adjust your game to how the officials are doing it, right? How they're calling it. You're trying to adjust your game to that. But the frustrating part is that when you get in foul trouble, you have to kind of play. You can't play as aggressive. You just can't. So that's where I say the officials have power here, because once they start making those calls, and you know, Towns had 4 or 5 fouls by the fourth quarter. Now he can't really be as aggressive as he wants to be with Sengun. He can't be. So Sengun, it looks like he's just scoring at will. It ain't that. They can't really put no pressure on him because they calling everything. How many times did Brunson hit the deck today? Getting grabbed, getting hacked. Towns is going up for offensive rebounds, putting it back. He's getting hacked. He's getting grabbed. OG Anunoby's going to the basket, getting grabbed, getting hacked. There's a difference in, like, aggressive play. Like, and I'm with it because that's how I grew up playing. But they don't call, like, but they let everybody rock. It ain't like they call it on one side and it doesn't go like that. What happens is, through the course of the game, you understand that, okay, they're not blowing a whistle, but they don't blow the whistle for anybody. It's not like you get in foul trouble, they don't. So now the other team, they can be extremely aggressive because they're not really getting any fouls called. Like, so that their key players aren't in foul trouble. Dirty work by the officials tonight. Dirty work. And so through that, it kind of threw the Knicks off offensively. It did. Now, I'm sure you guys heard that, they wound up signing Matt Ryan from the G League team. He's going to be with the Knicks. I'm sure he's going to probably be up in a couple of days. They need bench help badly. Knicks 100 GM, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rockwood LV Live tonight. So they need bench help. Deuce was a shell of himself tonight. He did not play well tonight at all. And I was in the Garden opening night against the Pacers when he hurt his knee. And he kind of went in the back, and he hasn't, he's played, but he hasn't looked the same since. He's had a knee sleeve on since opening night in the Garden. I mean, game 2. So I wonder if he's kind of, big task. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV live tonight. Tough loss to them boys, 109-97 in H-Town. Wondering if Deuce is dealing with an ailment and he's just trying to play through it. Because he doesn't look like himself. He doesn't have the lift, like the burst or the explosion, as they like to say. So he just, he was 0 for 9. When is the last time Deuce has been 0 for 9 from the field? Offensively, he just didn't seem like he had to go. He started the game without the knee sleeve. Then he came back out with the knee sleeve. So I'm wondering if he's kind of going through like some issues with his knee. So I kind of saw that with Deuce. So we got to monitor that too. I cannot wait for Precious Achua to get back. Like I cannot. I don't. Hey man, you guys let me know, right? Because I don't want to seem like I'm kind of riding this guy. Pause, but Sims, like he's not playable, man. You can't play that guy. You're gonna have to go to Akaporte. Sims looks like he doesn't know what he's doing out there. And that's not good because what is he in year 4? In year 4, you should kind of start turning the corner in regards to, just where you're at and understanding the game, like everything. Like he just does not seem to know what he's doing. Like he just doesn't. So I'm, trying to give the guy some, some positive stuff here, but he's struggling in that with that second unit. Like he just is, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's overthinking the game, but it seems like he is. So I'm not sure about what but he didn't play well tonight. Knicks 100 GM said the Rockets just not a good matchup for us. No, man, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that at all. That's not the case. It's very, very hard to play when you're getting hacked and grabbed, and it throws you off your game. If you've never played in a game like that, and the balance and calls, and it's very hard to play like that because it throws you off as a player. Because you're trying to figure out how the game is being called. So you don't want to foul. So it's really hard to temper your aggression. Like you're trying to figure out, what should I do? Should I be aggressive? I shouldn't be, because you don't know, you don't know the flow of the game because of the way the refs are calling it. So that's where I say that. Now, of course, the Knicks didn't help themselves, right? They were missing a lot of inside shots, a lot of bunnies, a lot of things that they usually make. If I'm correct, what was the stat? I believe the stat was, I think they took 60 layups tonight, like inside shots, like inside the paint, 60 of them, and I think they only made like 19 of them. So offensively, we were kind of off a bit. You got to understand, we shot 38% from the field and 39% from 3, man. 39% from 3. This was just an atrocious shooting night. Really, really bad. I think we have a bounce back game tomorrow, tomorrow, Wednesday. But tonight was just one of those nights. It really truly was. It just wasn't a good game at all. Very, very ugly game from this team. Very, very ugly. Let's take a look at the stats here. So Brunson at 29 tonight, 8 assists, 1 steal, 9 for 24 from the field. I thought Brunson had good moments tonight, man, but it's really, really hard to see when people say he's foul baiting. I don't see him as foul baiting. I think he's getting fouled. He's going to the rack. He's doing what he always does. Now, if you're not going to respect him and give him that superstar treatment, then that's a different story. That's a different conversation. But he is getting fouled, and he's just not able to really just get off the way he wants to. Right, so they're putting a lot of taller guys on him, right? Guys with length, right? With length, like Thomas was playing him. You saw Dylan Brooks was playing Brunson at times. A couple of times you saw Van Fleet on him, but not really. But it was mostly, guys that had some size on them. Brunson has dealt with that before. That's never been a problem. Pence, they tried to do that to him again in Philly, and he scorched the Sixers last year. So that's not an issue for him. The problem is when you're just letting it rock and just letting guys just grab and hack and hold, then of course it's going to limit a team offensively. It just is, because you're letting it play. But in his moments, I thought he had good spots. Now, see, I thought Towns had a good night. I think he did. Look at his numbers, man. 17 points, 19 boards. Getting in foul trouble the way he did. I mean, he wasn't getting the benefit of the whistle at all. At all. So he was 7 for 17 from the field. I thought he had a lot of great moments tonight. I just think he was not getting the benefit of the whistle with the benefit of the whistle tonight. One person who I thought played good was OG Anunoby. I thought OG Anunoby was the one that kept us in the game. 16 first half points, 21 points altogether, 7 for 14 from the field, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and actually 1 block too. We had a block as well. I thought he played really well tonight. He was 4 for 4 in the first half in threes. I thought offensively he looked really good. I thought he played well. I thought he had great moments defensively as well. There were certain parts in this game especially when the Knicks cut it to 1, I thought the Knicks were going to win this game. I thought they were going to win, and that's as bad as they played. This is why I'm really excited about this team, because they played terrible tonight. They did not play well. A lot of it was the refs, a lot of it was other things. But my point is that they were still able to fight through it and figure out a way to win this game. Try to win this game tonight. Guys like OG Anunoby played really, really well tonight, and was getting in the mix and really trying to fight through and trying to pull out a victory for his team tonight, but fell short. But I thought great numbers for him as well. I thought Bridges played well, but I thought Bridges faded towards the end, right? And this is where, the whole minute stuff I think is valid, right? We don't really have anybody on the bench. And so this is where, I'll touch on this later, but this is where the issue with Tibbs has really got to kind of be discussed, because, you got to play some guys to give guys breathers. Can't just play 3 guys. Like, you got to give these, like Akaporte's got to play, Dadier's got to play. You got to play those guys, even with campaign down. Tyler Kohler got some burns tonight. You should have played him a little bit in the second half. So, I'm gonna touch on that in a minute, but I thought Bridges played well tonight. I thought he had good moments, but I thought down the stretch, he started to get a little tired and faded towards the end. Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss on the boys, 109-97 in H-Town. And I thought Josh Hart was Josh Hart tonight. He was really getting after the refs tonight, man. I mean, 17.7 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 for 9 from the field. I thought Josh Hart was Josh Hart. But if they're you saw he got a tech tonight. And I'm not surprised because he went to the Baja strong, and they're not calling. Guys are grabbing his jersey. I mean, they listen. There's a thing called physical basketball, and that's cool. Like I don't really have an issue with that. But there's a thing where you just gotta kind of let things play out. And I know right now I'm kind of riding the refs, but it's pretty obvious the way this game was called, why the game played out the way it did. Because it wasn't like the Rockets. The Rockets were just so much better than the Knicks. It was just so many things that were going on within the game within the game, that really had an impact on tonight. That really did. And I think it was frustrating guys like a guy like Josh Hart. Because I think he was really trying to get off. He was really trying to do him. Going to the rack, do it. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LB Live tonight. He was trying to be him, but certain things weren't going his way, man, with these calls. And that's where I think that's where the frustration came. And that's where I think he got attacked. Knicks 100 GM said they was better, LV. Hey, listen, man, you got to tip your cap to him, right? But as a former player, man, through the lens, I have to say, listen, this was home cooking tonight. It was. It was home cooking. It was home cooking. Coaches Brunson needs to pass more, and his teammates have to demand the ball more. He had 8 assists tonight, Coach. He almost had 10. He almost had 10 assists, man. I thought he passed when he was supposed to pass. Listen. He's the man of the team, Coach. So, I mean, this is very similar. When I'm sure Aunt Edwards is the same thing. Like with certain people feel like she should pass the ball more. A lot of these guys who are the guy, when it's winning time in a lot of different aspects, they're gonna take those shots, and because they feel like the team has the best chance of winning with me on the court and me taking these shots. Knicks 100 GM said it's supposed to be that way. They call it home court. True indeed, sir. True indeed. That's a valid point. Coach says the cat fouls too much, man, and his rotation mates are foul prone also. I don't think he fouls too much, Coach, man. I think a lot of times I'm watching the game, man. They gotta let things rock. Like the refs too quick to call a whistle, blow the whistle, man. It's got to be both ways. Like there's times I'm watching the game, the Knicks are getting hacked. They're not calling nothing. Towns makes one pivot move. These dudes just quick to try to call offensive foul, throwing the elbow. You don't need to throw an elbow for what? So those are calls that you swallow your whistle on. You don't, because with that, Coach, I'm sure it throws off a player's game, and so he's not getting the benefit of the whistle. Like he's just not. Knicks 100 JM says this came down to Cat versus Sengun, and Sengun won this matchup tonight. He did win the matchup tonight. He did. Gotta give him credit for that. He did win the matchup tonight. I think Cat's early foul trouble really limited his aggressiveness. Sengun had it going because you couldn't really be aggressive with him because these refs were blowing for fouls, especially that loose ball that Josh Hart and Sengun went for, and they called a foul on Josh Hart. Josh Hart was like, "Come on, man!" And the reason why he said that is because that's a play on. The way you've been calling it all night, that's a play on. Coach says we need Mitch and Precious. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. We definitely do. Yeah, I hate. I mean, listen, man, I don't know what they're gonna do about Sims, man. I mean, he's like borderline unplayable, like borderline. Because I'm watching him, I'm like, dude, like you're not rotating the right way. And then Jalen Green's going up for a layup. Sims is so big and so athletic. He should be punching that ball to the 10th row. That kid should not be allowed to get in your chest like that and get in ones. Like, there's no way. Like, there's no way, man. I was screaming at the television like, Sims, my man, you are too athletic to let this kid's like 120 pounds, soaking wet, get in your chest like that and be more athletic than you. Sims could jump out the gym. How is he allowing this kid to just go to rack like that on him, man? That can't happen. And I'm not saying it because I'm thinking Sims is terrible. No, what I'm saying is that he's athletic. You got to use that athleticism, even if it's a foul. So what? You don't allow that kid to get the N1 on you, man. He's getting in your chest and he's basically out jumping you. That can't happen, man. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like he's off a bit, meaning that he's still trying to figure out the game. You know what I mean? And I just, it's obvious to me he doesn't really know hoops like that, because certain things like he should know, and it's like you could tell he's thinking a lot on the court. He's not just playing; he's thinking a lot. He's trying to not make a mistake. That's what I get from Sims. So that's why I say it's borderline unplayable, because if he's playing like that, you could see he doesn't sometimes know what he's doing because he's overthinking the game. Well, go on, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for them boys, 109-97 in H-Town. Coach says Sims is a volleyball player. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or that's a joke. I don't know, man. But he's gotta figure it out, man. Well, go on, say, bro, we need to stop saying Sims is athletic. He has a good vertical, but it doesn't matter when you're slow off the ground and you're standing, reaching. It's way too short. He's also slow laterally. Yeah, man. He's just and has poor instincts. In other words, Sims is not athletic. Actually, listen, that's a great breakdown. We'll go on. That's a great breakdown of that. Because I'm just it's just I've watched this game and I played this game my whole life, man. And I've seen them all. I've seen the best. I've been at camps where I saw Tim Thomas in his prime. I saw Tim Thomas when he was in high school, man. When he was about 16 years old, 17 years old, I saw Tim Thomas, and he was a monster. You know what I'm saying? You could see, I've been up close with these guys, like playing with them, playing against them and all that. So you could tell like who knows the game and who doesn't, like who can play and who can't, who's just big and he's, you know what I'm saying, who's like, you've been once you're around enough of these players, you understand like who can play and who can't. And I just think that he's still trying to figure out the game. And that's why I'm saying he's borderline unplayable, because you can't continue to throw him out there and he just doesn't know what he's doing. It seems like. Corey Lynch says, LV, how many games will it take for the Knicks to get a winning streak going? I think we're fine, man. I think we're fine. I'm not really too worried about this game tonight, because I saw what was going on, man. It was it was home cooking. Big time home cooking. Because the Rockets weren't running no offense, man. They were playing as if they were playing in like 24-hour fitness. They was running a whole bunch of just running, gunning, and just shooting, getting offensive rebounds, grabbing, pushing. It felt like he was at the rec league tonight. And I think, honestly, I think it threw the Knicks off. And when they started to understand and realize, okay, this is how it's going to be tonight, they had to kind of fight uphill. They were already down 13 or whatever. So I think they called on late that it's going to be one of those games tonight. We're going to be a 24-hour fitness or the rec league. That's what it's going to be tonight. This ain't going to be an NBA game. Maybe we'll call, maybe we won't. And I think once the Knicks kind of got a hold of that, it was a little bit too late. But I think the Knicks will be fine. I think it won't be long for them to start getting on a winning streak. Coaches, why is OG always falling on the court? I don't know, man. And listen, you know what's crazy, Coach? Every time he falls, man, I'm like cringing, man. I'm like, yo, dude, don't, you just want him to be okay. He played well tonight, though. Tonight, he played well. He played really well tonight. Well, Guan says Deuce has to shoot more consistently. We needed him to make more shots tonight. We did. He was 0 for 9 from the field tonight, man. 0 for 9. We didn't shoot well at all as a team. We shot 38% from the field, and I believe we shot 39 from 3. 38 from the field, 39 from 3. What Guan says, OG falls to avoid injury. Those are controlled falls. Brunson does it often. Yo, Brunson's not getting no calls, man. None. They treating him like he's a rookie. Like he's kid. You know what I mean? Rockets pretty much led wire to wire. Yo, listen, you know what? Knicks 100 GM, they did, man. I think they came out and punched the Knicks in their mouth, period. And I think that their aggressiveness, they was aggressive all night, man. And I think that the Knicks were trying to catch up. It's like the Knicks had to wake up because they realized how the game was being called, right? And they were just letting these guys just run around and grab and hack and shoot and steal because they weren't really running no offense, man. They were just shooting up shots because they shot. Listen, man, I believe they shot worse than the Knicks from 3. I think they shot like 20% from 3. They only made 8 3-pointers. Yeah, bro, they shot 20. My man, they shot 24% from 3. So offensively, they didn't have it going. I mean, they shot better from 2. They shot like 48%. But if I'm correct, I think they out rebounded the Knicks, man. Yeah, they out rebounded us 50 to 39. 50 to 39, they out rebounded us. Coach says this is a game you play Pac-Man. He would have flourished in a game like this. You know what, Coach? Listen, man. I'm not even going to say you're wrong about that. I think you have a valid point. That to me is where kind of Tibbs drops the ball. Because when you're shorthanded tonight, especially with campaign being down, you're trying to really find some minutes for guys. And you kind of see like this, they got a bunch of young guys out there that just basically like running and gunning. They're not even playing no offense. You got to say, all right, I'm going to have to probably lean into that to try to steal a win tonight. Just steal a win. And I think that that's kind of like where Tibbs dropped the ball because you're gonna need those guys when you want to spell some minutes. Like Bridges, we had 2 guys that played over 40 minutes tonight. 3. Brunson played 42. OG Anunoby played 40. Bridges played 40. Josh Hart played 38. So I think that's where, that's where he's got to get better with that, man. Tibbs has got to get better with that. Because I had a feeling, man, that Thompson kid was going to play well on Brunson. I thought he played okay on him, Coach. I mean, Coach Brunson was taking him to school, man. He just wasn't getting no calls. That step through, that step back and drive to the basket, getting the body, boom. That was money all night. He wasn't getting that at all. A couple of times he was coming in with the little bunny floater that he usually makes. That's money. He was getting hacked on that. They wasn't calling. That's the thing. See, with games like this tonight, and I know people try to say, oh, that's not true. Listen, man, trust me. Guys aren't just, them dudes are too nice to just be missing shots like that. What's happening is they're getting hacked. They're getting hit. And usually Brunson gets those calls. He wasn't getting those tonight at all. The refs made it clear from jump. We ain't giving you nothing tonight. You're going to have to earn it in here. And so they were leaning into the home cooking. So he was getting to his spots, Coach, with no problem. Knicks 100 Jim said, I'm done with Bridges, man. He's all hype. How? There's no way he's all hype, man. He's a hell of a ball player. He's really good. He's really good. He played 40 minutes tonight. I think these guys kind of lost some steam towards the end. But this is where, to Coach's point, you got to play Dottier. You got to play Akaporte. You got to play those young guys. You got to throw them in there. I don't even care. Give Jacob Toppin some minutes, maybe at the end of the quarter or something. Just to give some guys, because we don't have no bench. So you got to do that. You can't just say, screw it, I'm going to play all these guys. Like, you can't do that, man. What Gohan says, I just don't get how a team full of stars, no one can step up in games like these except Brunson. It's not. Listen, Towns had a great night, man. 17, 19 rebounds. He's got in foul trouble. OG Anunoby had 21 points. Bridges had, what did Bridges have? I think Bridges had 15. Yeah, Bridges had 15 tonight. So I thought that they played well. I thought they did. It's just one of those nights, man. It was a weird night. This is how the game was being called. Certain shots they weren't making. Because here's the thing: the Knicks cut it down to 1, man, and then the Rockets would come down. They shot, bro. Like I said, they shot 20 something percent from 3, 24% from 3. They couldn't knock down. But the Knicks would be up by 1, and then out the blue, they want to make a 3-point shot. They would come down and knock down a 3. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just one of those nights, man. And that's what it felt like tonight. Corey Linden says, on any given night, you could be beating LV. Nah, agreed. Tough night, man. Tough night for them boys. Do you see Bridges get out of the way on that Thompson on that second dunk? Yeah, man. I mean, what do you want me to do? Low bridge him? There's nothing you can do, man. The kid's already up there. Ain't nothing you can do on that. You know what I'm saying? Happens, man. Yeah, that shot by Van Fleet, man. Yeah, listen, that's what I mean, right? It's just sometimes, man. It's just sometimes it's just their night, man. And once again, this wasn't a game the Knicks got smoked. You know what I mean? They only lost by 12, and that was because they went on a 9-0 run. But the Knicks were right there towards the end. I just think the Knicks ran out of gas. But that's where, to me, Tibbs has got to play a lot of those guys to spell them. But he's got to develop trust with those young guys, man, especially in a game like this against these guys. Have to bounce back in ATL. We will. I think we will. I think we'll bounce back, and I think we'll be fine. We'll be 4-4 Wednesday. And I think we'll probably go on a little winning streak. I think we'll probably Milwaukee. Milwaukee's not doing good, man. What are they? 1-6. They lost tonight by 2. They lost to Cleveland. I think Cleveland's still undefeated. Then we got them Friday. Then we got Indiana Sunday. So I think we should be fine. We should be fine. We just gotta get refocused. If Tibbs doesn't bring up Matt Ryan, hopefully we can have him up by Friday or Sunday. But Wednesday, he's gonna have to play like Dadier and those guys. He's gonna have to play those guys. They need some minutes. Like you can't have Bridges and these guys playing 40+ minutes. That can't happen on, they only got 1 day's rest. So really it's like a half a day's rest because they're flying out probably tonight to get to Atlanta for tomorrow. Go to shoot around, get some sleep, shoot around again. They're playing Wednesday. So they're going to fly tonight. As soon as the game is over, straight to Atlanta. So, got to be mindful of that. All right, listen, guys, this is a late night show, late night game. It's a quick hitter tonight. So, listen, that's my show. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. Tough loss for them boys in H-Town, 109 to 97. Have games like that sometimes, man, but it's okay. But listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me late tonight. It's truly, truly appreciated. But listen, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people. So listen, that's my show, and I'm out of here. I will be back Wednesday to discuss the Hawks game. All right, so please come through and check that out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.